Look. Still got you. Look, got you an attorney for this, huh? Oh, how nice. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve, and this is a little bit different. This is Daryl, like after he, got his 1,000 years passed down to him, and this is him appearing in a court, and like in on an unrelated charge, but because as we all know, he was always up to some mischief, always doing some shit he had no business, and so of course here's him in another court hearing for another thing, which, I mean, how much more punishment can he get? He got 1,000 years. He ain't getting no more weight than that. So let's see what's going on with our precious Daryl. How he looking? How's he looking?
Still works. Judge, what are you thinking for a date? I mean, depending on,
we'll see what I was looking to do. So I had.
Oh, did they get you already, Daryl? Did they get you already? You a little quiet too. Is it your jaw? What had happened? Tell mama what had happened to you.
I really thought that far in advance.
Mask still on backwards. Still on inside out.
This is state of Wisconsin versus.
Look. Still got you. Look, got you an attorney for this, huh? Oh, how nice. You and your rights strike back, I guess. So he was looking at the guy though. Look how he's looking at the lawyer guy like, man, I don't know what this is about. This is crazy. I'm so innocent. Look how he watch.
This is state of Wisconsin versus Darrell Brooks Jr. Case 20 CF 2550. Also calling 21 CF 4596 and 21 CF 5020. Appearances.
State appears by Jacob Core and Michelle Grasso.
Attorney Robert Hampton appears with Attorney William Rakestraw with Mr. Brooks. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Mr. Brooks's cases were scheduled today before this branch and branch 10 for final pretrials. Mr. Brooks is currently set for trial in both of these branches on December 12th. My understanding is during the course of the morning, both the state and defense counsels met with branch 10, Judge Havis, and they were.
What'd they do? Meet up and beat his legs? They beat his legs. Why is he in a wheelchair? Like, who got a hold of Daryl's legs? Try to pull him things off, did they?
There was a discussion about what would happen this afternoon, and it's my understanding that there's going to be a request that we postpone the December 12th trial dates. Is that accurate?
That is correct, Your Honor. We all know where Mr. Brooks has been the last basic month, and over that month, just out of a courtesy, because he was focusing on other things, being his own attorney there in Waukesha. We didn't speak with him because he was busy. Since the verdict is read, got back in touch with Mr. Brooks, and we're speaking again and dealing with this case, but I'm asking for an adjournment so that we can now get into how we want to handle the case in front of Your Honor and also Judge Havis.
What is the case?
Mr. Core and Ms. Grasso, is the state going to take a position on these requests?
No, Judge, given the circumstances, I don't think the state is going to object. The state would have been prepared on December 12th for these matters, but given the circumstances and the defense's inability to prepare, we're not going to object to the adjournment.
All right. At this point, from the court system's perspective, we've begun to make arrangements, and I discussed this briefly with counsel, with Mr. Core today. The court had reached out to find larger, more dire space for December 12th, and we talked about Waukesha. The court had been kind enough to share a juror questionnaire. We talked about that, but I can't say that significant enough efforts have been made that it would cause problems to move these matters. And given the circumstances here in the events of the last month in Waukesha County, the court does understand why it would have been difficult for Mr. Rakestraw and Mr. Hampton to meet with Mr. Brooks and coordinate strategy on these matters. So for those reasons,
them some big boys, them attorneys you got there, Darrell, it's some big boys. I don't think they're gonna fit in that little hole that you climb into to get up underneath of that there prison. They are not gonna fit, honey. No, neither one of them is gonna fit. Those some biggins, okay? You was a little one, them is some biggins. They're not gonna fit in there. You're gonna be in there all by yourself. No company for you.
The court will grant the request to adjourn these matters. Mr. Hampton and Mr. Rakestraw, at this point, should we be looking at setting new trial and final pretrial dates, or do you think the cases are going to move in a different direction?
At this point, I guess we set a status date so that we can figure out how we want to move forward and also discuss any possible plans, any possible options with the state if those exist.
What is the charge for this? It's a completely different charge. It's something unrelated, apparently. So what is the charge? What did he do recently? Is it like the bail jump? Maybe it's one of the bail jumping things.
Mr. Core and Ms. Grasso, do you want to weigh in on that?
I don't have a position on that, Judge.
All right.
Darrell.
From the court's perspective, that's appropriate because
why he ain't turning his head to the side so he can hear better in here? Why he ain't doing this? Y'all was all up in my comments talking about he can't hear good. He can't hear in that one ear. He ain't turning his head in here. He can hear real just fine. He can hear just fine. He ain't turning his head a none.
I think clearly if we end up setting another trial date for Mr. Brooks, that has to be the, in capital letters, trial date for these matters. And it's going to take a fair amount of preparation on behalf of the state, a fair amount of preparation on behalf of the defense, and a fair amount of preparation on behalf of the court system. And so
I can't believe how quiet it's being. I'm proud of you, Darrell. You finally learned how to shut the hell up.
I think that setting a status date to make sure that that's where we're going to go. I also think that on that status date, we'd set the matters in both courts on December 12th. And it may be that in the future we need to revisit setting the matters on the same date in both calendars. That's a decision that state defense and Judge Havas and I can continue to discuss. But at this point, I do think it's appropriate to set these matters for a status hearing. Given the Thanksgiving holiday and the holidays that follow, realistically, Mr. Hampton, Mr. Rakestraw, and counsel for the state, how much time until we know where we're going on these?
Oh, Mr. Darrell had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Oh, Darrell, what happened to you? You used to have such a bright future. I'm just kidding, you never had a future, 'cause you suck. No future for you. No, no, boo. You is going to Hades. curtsy, curtsy. All right, y'all. That was gonna be a short one and a sweet one. I saw that, I thought it was funny seeing him in this little chair. Like, what is he doing? But I still don't know what this trial thing is for. So y'all know what to do. Let me know in the comments. I know y'all will. Y'all always do. Whenever I ask questions in my video, some of y'all, 2, 3, 4, 5 of y'all, somebody always show up with the answer. So y'all behave, because I'm not gonna, and you already know that. So don't even ask. Mama love you. Peace.